Hey there, it's Fabienne Fredrickson from Boldheart Business and boldheart.com, and I'm here with Heidi. Heidi, introduce yourself.
I am Heidi Zazza. I own Heidi's Hounds. It's a boutique pet care business, a local business on the South Shore of Boston.
And so sometimes I thank you for sitting down with me and letting me ask you questions. And it's the beginning. Sometimes I talk to people who've been with me for 5 years and 7 years and whatever. And you, it's only been like 6 months.
Just about 6 months.
And what a transformation in
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Tell me about 6 months ago. What was your business like?
6 months ago, I was not in it by myself, but I had no administrative help, which is what is the biggest change for me. I had about half of the pet care team that I have 6 months later.
Yeah.
Really unclear as to what I needed to do to move the business forward.
A little frustrated, a little overworked?
A lot frustrated.
Overwhelmed?
Yes, totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I remember your energy at the time, just being like
really negative.
I think you were looking for solutions.
I was looking for solutions. I knew I could not grow the business to the point that I wanted it to be grown to on my own.
Yeah.
And I knew I am a really hard worker, and that if somebody just gave me the steps, that I could do the work. And so I kind of stalked you for a couple years. Couple years. One of your previous students had given me your name, and I just kind of watched you for a couple years, and then I went to Mindset in November. And full of skepticism, and then I signed up.
And we'll go back to the skepticism in a minute. In 6 months, you announced some results today in the room because we're at the leverage meeting. What was, if you're willing to share, the results that you announced?
Year to date, where we are today in
June
2018, 91%, tracking 91% over 2017, which is just bananas. I have no idea. Yeah, and I can see that the potential for this kind of business is enormous.
Yeah.
But I do not have the capacity to figure it out on my own.
Yeah. You needed what do you get here?
Direction. Yeah. Just tell me what to do to be successful. What systems do I need to put in place? How do I build a successful team? Because I've struggled with that.
Yeah, I remember coaching you on that.
Yes. Systems, teams, just packaging, how to successfully deal with clients. It's just, you give me the information, it always seems to be right when I need it. I don't know how that miraculously happens, but it really has worked out that way for me.
What I really appreciate about you is, okay, so I'm a positive girl. I'm happy. I'm loving.
You are.
It's who I am. And sometimes people think it's all a show. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That
so
would be me.
Because what I love is like you're a direct
Very
New
much
Yorker.
so. Totally.
And so what did you think at first? Like,
I thought,
go ahead.
Before we went on camera, I said to Fabienne, I went to the Mindset retreat in November of 2017, and I walked in, and I thought I had kind of walked into a cult. I was like,
a happy cult.
A happy cult, but I was like, oh my God, what Kool-Aid are all these people drinking here? I walked into the dance party the first night. I was like a deer in headlights. I'm not kidding. So I was 4 days, I think I was there, I was all over the map. Like, this woman is bananas. Like, this cannot really be who this person is. Like, she's too smart, but too syrupy sweet. Like, does she really love her clients?
I could see that.
I was all over the map. You had coaches outside doing like 10-minute coaching.
Yeah.
I actually spent my 10 minutes, I don't remember which woman I was with. I spent my 10 minutes just talking to her about this. I was like, okay, am I really going to get something out of this if I sign up, or am I just going to get like this woo-woo, like happy, rah-rah all the time? Because this is not going to work for me. And they were like, oh my God, you so desperately need to sign up with Fabienne. She's going to give you, because I had said to them, I just need somebody, tell me what to do. I mean, I'm an 8733 Colby, so that's what I need.
You can just run with direction is what she means.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but you were skeptical.
I was very skeptical the whole time I was there.
And then you saw Andrew on stage.
Mellon.
Yeah.
Yes, New Yorker.
Direct.
Very direct. I resonated with his story and the way he talked. And I actually never even met him at the conference. I just heard him on the stage. He's very matter of fact, very New Yorker, and no nonsense. And I thought, oh my God.
He was like, this is a great place.
Yes.
I'm going into year 2.
Yes.
I've gotten great results. And because he's like really direct, you were like, oh, well, this might actually be real.
That was exactly what happened for me.
So you signed up, even, and you kept going back and forth. You just told me, and your husband was like, you need this, like sign up.
My husband was very supportive, which
great.
is fantastic. But he was like, well, what are you going to do if you don't sign up? And I had no answer. I was like, yeah, what am I going to do? Because I know.
Can't keep going this way.
Exactly.
So even when the first meeting, there was still some resistance, if we're being honest.
After the first day, in the evening, where we are tonight, you went to do the group picture, and I like sat in the hall and cried. I'm not.
You didn't tell me.
I'm not in the first picture. I'm in the second one.
Yeah.
The first meeting, I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I was on the phone with my husband, like in tears.
What was it?
Overwhelmed. Just the amount of content and your knowledge is so vast. And at that time, I was like, I can't do all this. I can't do, and it's taken me the 6 months to understand. I don't need to do all of this right this second. Chunk it down.
But it's all right there. I call it a buffet.
Yes,
right?
and
it's
that's
an
perfect.
all-you-can-eat buffet. You're not going to eat everything. That's why it's a multi-year program.
Yes.
You changed in these 6 months.
I feel like I have.
You have. It's incredible. If you don't mind, in your own words, you said earlier, you said, I'm incredibly skeptical, and you smile like all the time now, and you didn't before. I mean,
no, I did not before.
And
I did not
before. You were
before.
Overwhelmed by your business, and you were
absolutely
unhappy because of your business?
Yes, because I just spinning my wheels and running 100 miles per hour to try to keep up, and staffing was huge for me. So the last time we were here, we did the whole
leveraging your team,
and I left here like on a mission. And you know, I've been here for a couple days, and my sister lives locally, so I used the opportunity to come down a little early to visit with her. And I keep like checking in with them, and they're like, "Yep, we got everything covered." You know, a couple fires here and there that they're dealing with. I'm like, "Oh my God, thank God." It makes me feel optimistic.
And in 6 months, 91% over what you made last year.
Yes, crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy awesome.
Yes, crazy awesome.
So the beautiful thing is there are some people out there, because I hear this all the time, like, is this woman for real?
For real. Yes.
And I get it, but what I try to tell people is like, this is not a show. This is exactly who I am off stage, off camera. Ask all my friends. In fact, one of my best friends is here, joined the program on his own.
Clayton.
And he's like, he knows, like, this is who she is all the time. And I get that some people are skeptical and who could say like, why are all these people doubling their businesses? Why are all these people like, why do they stay 5 years, 6 years instead of doing the bouncing thing between coaches and programs?
I totally get it. It really had a light bulb moment, I think, today, more than the last 2 meetings, to see the people who have been with you for 5 years, who are in the master's program, and they're still here, still gaining knowledge and insight from you. I get it. Like today,
They're
I
on
was
their way
just
to
like
7 figures.
Yeah. Today I was like, I will stay here for a long time because this is invaluable. And the people in the room, I'm a bit of a loner at home. It's just the way I'm wired. And to have so many people, to hear everybody have similar experiences, even though we all have completely different business models, is what's the word? Not encouraging. It makes me feel like, oh, okay, so this is not just me. I'm not doing this all wrong. Like, this is real. We all have the same struggles, and we're all, you know, it's just level 3 conversations, and that, who else am I going to have these conversations with? Like,
no, it doesn't exist in the muggle world.
I don't really feel like I can just say to my, you know, acquaintances, I've got 91% growth over last year.
You can't. They'll think you're bragging in a way that is going to make them feel worse about themselves.
Yes.
So you come here and you do that.
Yeah.
And so we're by the water. We're about to go have one or two glasses of wine.
Yep. Fantastic.
Great job.
Thank you.
I'm so proud for you. And this is just the beginning.
Yep.
Like,
I'm very optimistic, and I'm so incredibly thrilled that I took the leap of faith.
Yeah.
And went
what would
ahead
you
with
say
the
to
program.
somebody who's skeptical?
Just do it. Follow the program and just do it.
Show up.
Yes.
Show up and follow the recipe.
And do the work.
Really,
Yeah.
High five.
High five.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.